with the hyphen.
So, Merry Christmas. No, Christmas is over. Isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. All done. New year. New
me.
us.
No, it's the same old shit. We're going to carry on with the same old shit, listeners.
Same old cobblers.
So, we've got a guest on today. His name is Peter Beckett. Say hello, Peter Beckett.
Hello, Peter Beckett.
Thank you very much. Basically, Peter, he has some RPG credentials because we've been gaming since the old days. I say this about all of our guests because it's kind of true for all of them.
Yeah.
But we were playing the old D&D board game back in the day when we were kids. You were there during the early days of 4th edition, which was bloody awful.
Yeah, it was a terrible game.
I know, but I was new. And that's why
We all were.
today we're talking about DM mistakes. But just before we begin, I want to give you a flavour of what Peter's like. So I'm going to share one of my earliest memories, because Pete is the person I've known in the world the longest time.
Known in the world the longest time.
And I'm not counting people that come from different worlds. But basically,
okay.
what I wanted to share with you guys was in nursery, we had this like 2-seater bike that you could sit on. And me and Peter wanted to use the bike. But this kid called Sham, he was trying to get the bike. And he was like, no, I'm riding a bike. And I was like, but you're one guy. This is a 2-seater bike. What's wrong with you? So me and Peter picked that bitch up and chucked him over a fence.
That'll teach him.
Yeah.
Coming at you live from an Owlbear's growler, it's me, Nick Lamley Lambslice.
And me, Harrison Hunt, a.k.a. The Juggler. And we are
Tabletop
TableTopTwats.
2017 edition.
Okay, so listeners, oh my god, have we got a show for you today. I'm not saying it's a good one, I'm just saying a show.
We got a show.
We've definitely got a show, and we've got features and creatures, such as What You've Been Slaying, where we talk about what we've been playing. We got the main subject, which this week is Dungeon Master Mistakes, Common Pitfalls. And then we've got Adventure Call, followed by Fireside Tales and The Challenge Room. And you know what? I'm so excited, I've become erect.
Not again.
Harrison, for God's sake.
Shield your eyes. Shield your eyes, people.
There's a tiny tent in here.
Oh, yeah.
Oi!
Yeah?
What you slaying?
So this is What You've Been Slaying, where we talk about what we've been playing. It's a clever pun, Peter.
Yes, it's a clever pun.
Thank you. I'm so glad that you agree.
You don't have to agree with me all the time, Pete, don't worry.
No, he does. He does. That was part of it. I said to him before he came on.
If you want to come on the show, just agree with everything I say.
That's it.
No, it's Harrison only, not you.
Yeah.
I was told specifically that
Yeah, just agree with me, not Nick.
Yeah,
of course.
I'll have you doing all sorts.
I don't want that to happen.
Definitely.
Can we skip that right now?
He's definitely talking about bum stuff. Right.
Yes, probably.
So, basically, a lot has happened because it's been a while since we recorded one of these podcasts, but we wanted to talk about what it's like to go shopping for RPGs in the UK, because we have a lot of Canadian, American, Lithuanian listeners, and for them, RPG shops might be a common thing. It's often easy to find them, but yet, in England, that ain't the case, baby.
Nope.
No.
Not so.
So Nick and I went out on a shopping trip recently, which was actually a big event because we don't have many RPG shops around here. There's 2, I think, in the entire world. No, I mean, we've got one near us, which is quite good, but then there's no proper big ones. Do you know what I mean?
That's right, yeah.
So we heard about 2 that were in London, which is nearby us, and one was Orc's Nest.
Orc's Nest.
And the other was Leisure Games,
Yes.
which is a great shop, but... Basically, we went to Orc's Nest and we bought a bunch of stuff. It was quite a good shop, very small, very packed.
Industrial
Looking, with loads of metal all around.
Yeah, no orc or nest.
And pretty much there, the only things you could find were like the regular staples in it.
Yeah, I mean, when we walked in, if you remember, we went straight to like the first kind of shelf, if you like. We went past the board games and it was like, oh, there we go, this is the RPG shelf. And there was just literally D&D. And something else a bit shit, and I was like, "You're telling me this is it, you know?" And then luckily we looked up, didn't we? And there was a whole second floor, which had a lot more stuff.
It had a lot more stuff, but it still was
pretty
quite
tight. There's a lot of people in there. You couldn't really look properly, could you? Because you were constantly getting out of the way for someone to kind of shuffle past.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Now, whereabouts in London is it located?
Soho.
It was Leicester Square, wasn't it? It's the nearest station.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
About
smack bang in Soho.
5-10 minute walk from there, probably.
I'd say so. It's right next to Chinatown.
Yeah, near Chinatown. Yeah.
Yeah, I know where it is. Then.
It's a cool looking shop. It's just where it is automatically going to make it busy.
I'd say one of the bonuses there is that they had Reaper miniatures, which
Yes.
are unbelievably cheap. And I can show you a couple of these now, because I
Very-
got this one
very
there.
reasonably priced.
This I painted myself, so be very careful with it. But what Peter is looking at is called Great Worm.
Great Worm.
Great Worm.
That is a great one.
And if you want to check,
No,
that's a great worm. No, not that. And you painted it yourself, didn't you? It's really fucking cool, actually. I haven't seen this in the flesh yet.
And the thing is, realistically, around here, the only minis you can get are the metal ones, which tend to be, in terms of detail, low quality, but better material.
Yeah.
And so in Orc's Nest, they had a really good selection of Reaper miniatures, so we bought a couple. £2.50 each.
Is it easier to paint an acrylic? I'm assuming this is acrylic, or whatever it's made out of.
You know
plastic
what?
mini?
This particular miniature, I'll put a picture up on G+. But the thing is that particular miniature was easy to paint, but it's because it was massive.
Right.
I still have the other ones to paint. I've got Bathalion, which is like a Cthulhu wizard type thing, and a little demon woman. So basically,
Cool, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
She reminds me of the Halloween Mercy on Overwatch.
yeah, there you go. But the thing
cool.
is,
It's really cool.
yeah, I
That
can't say
holds
if they're
it.
easier to paint yet or not. I'd
Okay.
imagine they are, but I don't fucking know.
We'll find
basically.
out.
What do you think? What colour are you thinking of painting?
Well, that one's going to be red because it's a demon.
She's pretty hot.
Okay.
And a very sexy woman.
You would
Except
say.
for her feet. Feet
Of
not
course
too-
you would
not
say
too
that,
nice. Look at her feet, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty gross.
But anyway, after that we went to Leisure Games.
Yes,
which
Leisure
is the
Games.
best fucking store I've ever been
It
to.
was like Nirvana, wasn't it? It was fucking unreal.
Now, to people,
I've never been myself, so.
We will take you.
Just
we're going to go.
take me
Pete.
on a.
We'll take you on a
visual journey.
voyage to Leisure Games. Man, what a shop. What a cool shop.
They had the best selection on the planet. But the thing is, it wasn't. They had the current stuff. They had that all there.
Yep.
And they had every book you could possibly fucking imagine, and more. But they also had loads of old stuff too, and in perfect condition. I got two Hackmaster books. I'm trying to reach behind the shelf to get them. I got two Hackmaster books. I got the Hacklopedia of Beasts. I got a couple of editions of that. Now, this is a very, very old book, so treat it with care, Pete. He's now holding it. Don't.
I can't be tasked with this responsibility. I'm sorry.
But anyway.
I might have to pass this on to you right now.
Thanks, man.
What I would like you guys to comment on is the
quality looks like it's just come off the press.
Yeah.
It looks
It looks like it was
new.
printed yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And that's the thing is that these books are rare, and even on eBay you find them for inflated prices and they're damaged. You know, and this is perfect fucking condition.
Yeah.
I was amazed by it, and they had loads of shit like that. They had independent games such as Beneath the Golden Sky or some shit. It was made by the same guy that made. They had a Sailor Moon RPG. They had all sorts of stuff there. It was amazing.
Yeah, really, really cool. They had also, I mean, you can tell they care about all their books because every single book was in its own individual plastic case, which was really nice touch, I thought.
And they'd let you open them to have a look at.
They even had like 2 3-page supplements that were individually packaged and priced reasonably. Everything was reasonably priced as well. I mean, some of the things were cheaper than eBay, for instance. I mean, bubblegum shoes, about 25 quid on them.
Those Hackmaster books that I got, typically on eBay you can find them for about 20 quid. They were £12 there, so...
Cheaper and better quality.
Yeah.
In the shop.
And the quality is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised, like
Yeah.
how crisp it is. It just seems like it's just come straight off the printing
Exactly.
press. It's unreal.
Yeah.
Really nice.
So,
Now, Nick, I know you like spending money, of course, from what I hear. So you're gonna have to explain to me what you bought.
Oh man,
in
yeah.
London.
So I got some.
well, you went a bit crazy, didn't you, man? I probably spent about 40 quid total.
What
But
a
you,
surprise.
Nick, I think that he's now having to remortgage his house.
Yeah.
many
The loan shark's due Friday.
How many times have you now remortgaged? Is it about 3 or 4?
We're on the third time.
Every time he finds a new system he likes.
So
That's
you're-
it. I have to
so-
buy everything.
So you're thinking the third time's the charm for the remortgage?
That's it.
Everything's gonna come right out.
Third time's the caravan, mate. That's we're out of the house. Which is, yeah.
Well, you won't be able to fit everything in that caravan if you
Oh,
keep
that's a
buying
good point.
shit, So
That's a good point, actually.
you might have to cut back on a few expenses now, mate.
I might have to live in a mobile bookshelf. That might help.
He'd live in a bookshelf.
Or live in a library.
Alright, so what did you get, Nick?
So I got a bunch of stuff. I got Fear Itself, which is a horror setting for the Gumshoe system, and I was reading more about the Gumshoe system. It seems really cool. I played it once. Me and Harrison played it. We had a good time, didn't we?
Played Trailer Cthulhu, yeah.
Which was awesome. But this is I like the premise because it's normal people thrown into horrible and scary situations. So it's not people that are armed for the apocalypse or whatever it is. You know, it's just average Joes thrown into a terrible situation, which is a cool idea, which I really like. I also sorry.
Sorry, it sort of sounds like Harrison, Left 4 Dead.
Exactly.
Like that.
I like those kind of systems where you have the only advantage is like very small. You remember in like Resident Evil Outbreak File 2, how there was a Japanese student on it, and her only power was that she had a backpack and the other guys didn't. Like shit like that.
So yeah, she could carry like massive
cool,
amounts of stuff with her. Like there was. I can't remember.
Super handy though, yeah.
I think there was someone who was like much better with like guns, and someone was better with like blunt objects and stuff like that. So.
And that's I think that with Fear itself, it would be kind of cool playing that where very mundane things become almost like superpowers. It's like, hey, I've got a backpack, motherfucker.
Exactly. What you got? Hands. Yeah, exactly. So that's cool. I'm looking forward to playing that. Also, on the same thing, I've got Bubble Gumshoe, which again is the Gumshoe system again, but this one's a little bit different, a little bit cool. It's basically a teen detective story game. So it's like what Call of Cthulhu investigation, but kids at school.
But I was saying before, I ran a Call of Cthulhu game set in a school with a bunch of investigators.
Yes,
and you could do that in Bubble Gumshoe.
Totally, yeah.
Something like that, or you could do some Scooby-Doo type shit.
Yeah,
something
exactly.
like that.
It looks really cool. The art's really nice in the book. I think you're going to grab it next time we go up to there. So come along, Pete, as well.
Yeah, I will do.
Definitely, but yeah, so I've got that as well. I've got a few other bits, but this section will go on forever. So I'll talk about the other bits maybe next time.
But yeah, you were explaining to me about Bubblegum Chew before we started, and it sounded really cool because like, I'm more into playing like Cthulhu recently, so it sounds pretty interesting to me as a system. One that I would really want to try because it sounds very similar to that.
Well, I like anything a bit different, and I think that with that the playing as teens. Investigating horrible shit.
Yeah,
and
I think you could either make it really dark or really light-hearted.
Totally, exactly. When I was reading it, I read a little bit about it, and obviously you don't die in this game. You lose your cool, so things like that. So not only are you investigating like evil and stuff like that, you also got to worry about your reputation at school. Who so and so's been chatting to, and things like that.
But that's basically what RPG Shop is like in the UK, I guess. It's not great. We usually buy it on the internet, but there are two cool shops.
Yeah.
And we said to Leisure Games that we plugged them, but we didn't want to tell them what the podcast. We didn't want to say what it was called because we were like,
we was a bit embarrassed.
We run a podcast.
I was standing there when we was buying that stuff, and I was like, "Is he going to say anything, or should I say something?" Just as he was leaving, he was like, "Oh, by the way, can I get a card?"
I had that situation in Hastings. I went down there like over October, and there was this RPG shop that had just opened up, and I was going to plug you guys, and I just didn't really want to say the name. So
no.
Sorry about that, guys.
We've really marketing faux pas there, isn't it?
It was.
Oh well, we'll get over it.
Yeah.
But it's I know what you mean though. I had to pick up a parcel, and trying to explain to the to parcel force, it's a podcast and it's addressed to the twats.
Who are without doubt like the worst postal service in the world. So
well, we know that now.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, other than that, the only other thing that we've been playing really is you played Shadowrun with me.
Yeah, first game on Shadowrun.
What was your favourite thing about it?
Well, Harrison DMing was...
I just pointed to myself.
He's trying to imply like something, I think.
Remember you have to agree with me. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
But did you like Shadowrun? What did you think about it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a really, really, really cool game. I really like the augment system actually, even though my character didn't have an augment.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I was the only one without a comlink, so I was the only one that wasn't synced up to.
It was so funny.
So I had to travel around with someone at all times who had a comlink because I was.
But that
happens though. We had a situation like that before in GURPS.
Yeah.
Ryan got he's shot out of his head.
Yeah.
So
it was really funny though in Shadowrun because they all had these comlinks and so they could text each other just by thinking it during the fight.
And each other by thinking as well.
Oh, so you don't actually have to speak out loud. You can have a conversation
and just text people. Yeah. But then
cool.
Peter didn't have one, so it would constantly be like where
we saying
there was a bit where they were running away from this.
Which was
there was a bit where they were running away from these tanks, and Philip's character Gentry was running across the rooftops, and he'd seen the tank, and he tried to text these guys to tell him, and he's like, right, I'm just going to text Sledge, and then Sledge, you just tell Koidov there's a tank.
What's going on?
I was just completely out of the loop.
Oh man!
In the next session, Harrison's like introduced like a shop system, so I can at least buy a comlink this
Pop
time.
up to the shop and get that put in. Is
Yes.
it a straightforward thing? It's just buying it, or do you have to have surgery?
You do have to have surgery usually, but because we're sort of doing these as like somewhat one shots monster of the week type thing, I'm just going to say it can be done overnight.
Brilliant.
Basically,
Okay, cool.
So just to keep it tight, Keep it simple.
Yep, that fits, doesn't it?
Robot.
What you were saying to me is you wanted it to be sort of like a mission-based system, and each character sort of was in or out into a different mission.
Nice, I like that.
Yeah, so it should be good. But let's move on, because this section's gone on for too long.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Just kind of.
Main. Subject. Main. Subject. Sorry.
This is the main subject. Ooh. It's going to be a good one. We're talking about DM or GM mistakes.
Yep.
Common shit that GMs do that pisses us off. That can ruin a game. That can ruin lives, Peter.
It can ruin immersion.
Exactly. More importantly, yes.
Yes.
More importantly than lives, immersion. But the first thing I wanted to talk about basically was because part of the reason I wanted to do this was because back in the day I made fuckloads of mistakes. Of course I did, because if you recall, the first system that we tried was 4th edition. Now some people will say that was a mistake, but I think that you can actually get some good adventures out of it. But the fact of the matter is that I remember one of the first sessions I tried the adventure that comes with the fucking box. And I remember what I did is I assumed that the adventure modules, right? And this will contradict something we said in the past, because I said if you can't do your own campaign and you're a new GM, get an adventure module.
Oh yeah.
But sort of don't a bit. The reason being is because a lot of new GMs assume that adventure modules will will run themselves. You just need to read through it as you're playing.
Just reading a book to someone.
Yeah, basically. And that's not how it fucking works. And that's what I assumed back in the day. And I got this book out the box and we did the encounter. I recall it being somewhat fun, but then at the end I was like, the guys were like, well, what happens now? And I looked at the book and I was looking through the book and I went, he gives you a medallion. And both of them went, is that it? And I was like, yeah, and I didn't put any flavour in. I didn't do anything because I thought the book would have that all covered for me. And of course,
medallion.
Great. That might be down to the fact that I didn't really properly read it. So if you are going to run an adventure module, read it properly. And secondly, be aware that you're going to need to improvise as well and still be a DM.
If not,
it gives you ideas. It doesn't DM for you.
No.
But even as a general sort of player sort of standpoint, like, you should think like that as well. Anyway.
Yeah. Totally, yeah. And I think, because the adventure may give you hooks and things like that, but you still need to be a fucking character.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
People make mistakes. It happens. It's a part of life, and you should just accept that as part of the game anyway as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, my first run, I just thought, I'll just make my own. Because I had only ever played with guys that you, Harrison, or Sean had written their own story. So gave me confidence to just go for it rather than just reading.
And that's not a bad idea, but I think if you're going to use an adventure module, make sure you know it. Make sure you
absolutely.
know it
inside out. Yeah, totally.
And make sure you can improvise when shit goes differently, because it's definitely gonna.
And I think that was like one of the only times that I'd actually played an adventure module, and it was. I remember it being particularly bad, and we just never played it again. So
yeah. I mean, but that was a lot of my early games were pretty fucking awful like that, because I didn't understand what the fucking game was, and the 4th edition rulebook does a terrible job of telling you what it was. So yeah, I mean, pretty much.
I didn't read the rulebook myself, but I remember it being particularly awful from what you explained for me over the years.
Man.
So.
And the fights dragged on. Anyway. Moving on, Nick, you had a point you wanted to make about GMPCs.
GM NPCs, making them better than the players. It's not a game against the players. So personally, it's like a combined storytelling experience, I think. And if you're going to be the GM, get behind your screen and make the world and everything that's inside it, but then don't try and be a player as well.
It's awfully common for people to do that, and it really, really sucks, because you're never, ever going to have it where that guy is as in the dark as the players.
Yeah.
Even if you do it subconsciously, even if you have every intention of making that guy, be as organic as possible, you're going to fuck something up.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine if you're in a fight and it gets to the GMPC's turn and he gets the final blow, and this huge monster that you've all been battling for ages, and then he takes all the glory and not anybody in the party.
It would fucking suck.
It would suck, yeah, So always make them super background.
I think if you have a lot of games have NPCs that travel around with the party, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like one of the common mistakes that GMs make is that they make them basically like a fucking integral part of the bloody team. And you should, absolutely. But what a lot of people do is they'll have an NPC on the team who always suggests the right thing to do and is there to keep the players on track, you know.
What do you think about my NPCs in the zombie game? For me, they were fodder for you guys.
Well, that was basically it. I mean, we fed some to the zombies.
The old girl was forgot about most of the time, but when the party moved, they were with them because I thought responsibility and morals come into it.
Yeah.
And secondly, angles for, you know, if you get yourself in a sticky situation, you've got extra people there. More so, I wanted to give them particular NPCs that were part of the party to the players.
I think though the NPCs that the GM has that travel with the party should back up the players.
Yeah, I'll totally.
Not sort of take their thunder.
Mm-hmm.
So like I nicked him like full sail from Mass Effect, but Garrus in GURPS when he was with you guys, he was a very, very capable dude, but he wouldn't just start shooting and making situations when you guys didn't want to. He would join in the fights, sure, and he would suggest things, but he would never go, hey guys, here's the solution. He would go, what do you think? Maybe we should do one of these 3 options, or whatever.
If we spin around 3 times and touch the floor, then the door might open.
Yeah, exactly. Things like that.
You know, I don't really have much experience on this sort of part because the only sort of games that I've really played is ones that have been DM'd by you and Sean.
Yeah.
And you haven't really had characters that have sort of been like that because we've had mainly just us party members sort of together.
Well, that's not quite true because remember in the Cthulhu School one that we did.
Oh yes, we had a.
You guys
a random
recruited a bunch
NPC.
of guys. You had like 4.
Oh yeah, we did, and they played quite an integral part, didn't they?
They did,
like,
but they only ever backed up what you guys wanted to do.
That's true, yeah.
And then they all died.
Yeah, you wrote them. You wrote them in a way that they were sort of like helpful, but not like overly helpful. So they're not actually trying to get too involved in the game. They were just there to sort of shove the story along.
Yeah, and there was one guy that was a hall monitor, for example, and he would give them information if asked for it, but only if you did something for him. And additionally, if he got bored of it, he would just fuck off. So you guys were like, can you give me more information? He's like, no man, I have to go in it. I'm busy.
I think there was a Shabubu as well, who was kind of like that as well, wasn't she?
Oh yeah, she was like the bitch of the school. Shabubu.
Oh, okay.
And
man.
she ended up helping them out, but basically they had to really ply for information.
She took a lot of convincing.
Yeah,
a lot.
But then these guys all travelled together, so they weren't these perfect fucking NPCs that were meant to guide you along the story and railroad you. They were just there for flavour and to be friends with the party.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully. Sometimes you fall out of NPCs.
Yeah.
But
and
that moves
cannon
us...
fodder.
Yeah, and cannon fodder as well, absolutely.
And to do a very professional segue, that moves us on to our next segment,
Yes,
which
great
is
segue.
railroading.
That's
choo-choo!
Everyone on the railroad bus train.
on the Segway train.
Get on the Segway train. Even that's confusing. So, railroading.
I'm old, they're hoverboards, aren't they?
Peter, what describe railroading?
Well, this is when like a DM or a GM will try and railroad the game like in a way that will cheat the other players.
So
Right.
it's often if they want them to do their particular story.
Yeah.
And they'll stop you from doing shit, and like you said, they'll cheat people just to get them right back on the track.
Yeah, they're basically like holding your hand through a certain section because they don't want you to actually do something in particular that they haven't thought of.
Yeah, if you go, like, I want to go through this door, and then it's like...
You can't do that.
It's locked, and so I'll kick it down. They can't.
I
mean, that's it. I have to go in. Yeah.
I told this story in a podcast before, but I'll tell it very briefly again. I had a game that broke down in the first session because somebody tried to railroad us. And the guy basically, we solved the puzzle of the entire fucking campaign within about 5 minutes, and his answer was, you can't do that. And we were like, okay, we kill ourselves then.
Mass suicide, yeah.
Now, speaking in code, who might this particular GM
Oh, no,
or
this
DM
guy-
be?
No, this guy was Dave. I used to work with him. He was a bit of a tosser, to be perfectly honest. So
okay.
we're not in contact anymore.
TableTopTwats.
With railroading, I feel like this is a trap that a lot of new GMs fall into because they have this carefully written story and they think it's so great that all the players are going to love it. And again, this is a trap I fell into when I first started GMing. Is that I didn't realise that the most fun comes from when the players are fucking about and doing what they want.
Yeah.
I thought I created this story, and I think I had my wife, my mate Katie, and James and Sean playing, and I made this story, and I got frustrated whenever they talked over the cool exposition that the characters were giving. I didn't like it when they went off the beaten path and went to do their own thing, and I got a bad mood about it.
What's that now? I don't know, nothing.
Oh Jesus Christ! I can imagine Harrison in a bad mood. The mid game is just not one you really want to see.
You fall down a hole.
It was awful.
For fuck's sakes, you can't go there. Down a hole, just die.
Dead.
There's spikes.
Spikes, yeah.
Impaled. That's it, you're over.
A dragon comes out of nowhere. But, yeah, like, that's a common error, man. A lot of new GMs make it. I made it. I was an idiot. I'm still an idiot, but now I'm a slightly better GM who's also an idiot.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, did you guys feel railroaded in my game?
Well, actually, no.
No, you sure?
I don't think at any point... There was one point where you tried to highly fudge it to get us captured and put in prison. But other than that, no, it was fine.
No, that was more... No, the biggest time I was... I didn't want you to get hurt. That's the thing. I was too protective over you guys.
I think you were, maybe. I didn't feel that anyway.
But the only thing... Not railroaded, but I'll tell you what one thing is. It's like when you've written a story... You're especially when you're GMing for the first time, and it's like, there's only so many books you can read, but you just got to sit down in front of that bit of paper and start putting things together. It's not so much railroading, but I think when you've got a story in mind, you're so nervous of not being able to improvise, even though now looking back it's very easy to do.
Yeah.
When you're GMing for the first time, you're like, I'm not going to be able to think something on the spot, and the game's going to grind to a halt, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I think that could be a little thing as well. But I would say improvising is part of the most fun, because you can throw anything out there and they will bite at it.
As you GM more, you'll get to learn techniques that will allow you to get the players back on track without realising, or to give them several different options that all lead to the same place. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is, that's like an advanced technique in a way. Mm-hmm. What I would say is that if you're a first-time DM and you're worried about your story getting fucked up, let it get fucked up. Let it get chaotic and
throw
weird.
it to the dog, see what happens.
That's what happened in the Shadowrun game. First time I ever DM'd it, I barely knew what I was doing. I was new to it. All the players were new to it. They started fucking shit up left, right, and centre.
Oh my god! It just got railroaded so hard.
No, it went crazy, didn't it? Because I had this sort of investigation story, and they're still doing it, to be fair. But
it's not that bad,
just at one point in the game, they just decided, fuck the mission. We're going to go and kill a bunch of people in a restaurant and steal their money.
It was a bit like us in Pathfinder. It was like, fuck the mission, let's go clubbing.
Yeah, it was originally intended to only be one session, but Harrison had to move it over to a second just because we
fucked about so much.
But some of the best game sessions are fucking about all.
And instead of getting annoyed or saying no, you should go here, all I did is I let them do it because I had a great time doing it.
If the guys want to do it as well,
I had to play all the characters that they were having beef with in this fucking restaurant.
It was brilliant. There were so many accents, it was unreal.
Nice.
I couldn't keep track of who was actually who.
That's funny, yeah, when you got that many people talking.
My favourite bit was like this guy fucking pulled a gun on them in the restaurant because he hated Shadowrunners, and then they all opened fire immediately, and then Peter just went lightning bolt and just fucking fried the guy. He just died instantly.
It wasn't my intention to do that. I wanted a low enough spell cast just to be able to stun him, but he just ended up frying to death.
Yeah, because you can pick the power of your spell in Shadowrun, so you pick how powerful you cast it.
As you cast it?
Yeah.
Is it set to stun?
Well,
I thought...
Conservative, you did a 6.
I
think it was a 6, man.
Oh, okay, I thought it was a 4, but...
So it's like medium.
Something low.
Got ya.
It didn't work. It killed him.
Whoops. Yeah, because you I don't know, you went rolling bad.
Did that cool shit? Did you have to get out of there?
That was the worst.
The police got called. Oh man, it was crazy.
God, but
it was
I'm actually going to save that for later, so we won't carry on with the story.
Right, cool. Anyway, yeah, so, don't railroad, embrace the chaos is all I'm going to say.
Yeah, and for me, this is perfect because I've never DM'd a game, so this is pretty useful advice for when I want to do my own.
Well, there you go.
Well, thank you for that, guys.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. The next point that we wanted to make was never fudge.
Fudgage. Oh yeah.
Leave the fudge out of the selection box.
Stop fudging. Yeah.
You know what? The one time I would ever say it's okay to take the fudge out of the selection box is if you've just started a brand new game and everyone's looking like they're going to die. Maybe fudge it then.
The only way that you can try to fudge is if it's for a CurlyWurly. That's it.
Oh.
Peter, this doesn't make any sense. The metaphor is breaking down.
And America won't have a clue what a CurlyWurly is.
A CurlyWurly. No, we won't tell them. They have to research.
Yeah, find it.
Research CurlyWurly. Just go on Google. It's pretty helpful. That's it.
Put Cadbury's in first, though.
Yeah, that might help.
Yeah, because you might get a pig penis. No, pubes. No, I was thinking, oh yeah, pubes as well. Many disgusting curly things.
Yeah.
Your beard might come up there.
Oh, there's a picture of my beard and we just pointed at it.
That's just his pubes stuck to his face.
Yeah, this ain't real beard.
I thought it was a bit suspicious.
Yeah, no, this is.
Yeah, why did it smell of dick when you were smelling
coming
it?
off at the sides? Yeah, does it smell like balls?
Pig penis. Pig penis. Pig penis. Pig penis. I think, okay, the thing is, right, a lot of guys, this actually comes into the railroad discussion a little bit, because a lot of new DMs will want so badly for something not to happen that they'll fudge the rolls.
Yeah.
Never, ever do that. Why? Even if something completely uncinematic and undramatic happens, it'll be hilarious. Another good example from the Shadowrun game, are you going to tell the story later about when you killed that guy outside Booker's?
No.
Okay, good. Because what happened was...
I had to remember there for a second.
I had this...
There's
basically,
so much happens.
Yeah, I'll bet, yeah.
They were chasing this manager of a store, and he had this escape hatch, right? And he got out, and I was going to have this car chase. It was going to be a sick car chase.
Yeah.
And I said, you see him getting into his car. And immediately, Gentry and Sledge pull their guns out. One of them fires at the tyre, the other one fires at the engine. The engine sets on fire.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
and then Sean threw a fucking knife into the guy's back of the guy's head, killed him instantly. So the guy...
with his head through the windscreen.
So the guy starts up his car, drives it into the shop, smashing the front of it. The car fucking explodes, and his leg comes down. And like, it was so funny because I could have fudged that so he'd get away, so they could still do the car chase, which would have been epic. But the very fact that that moment was completely uncinematic and silly made it better.
Yeah, that's a pretty efficient way of putting someone down.
It was the fact that everything happened so quickly. So one person was just like, right, I'm shooting the tyre. One, I'm shooting the engine. And Sean was just like, right, knife. That's
banging
it.
rolls as well.
All banging rolls straight in.
And they all did it at exactly the same time.
Brilliant.
It was so
beautiful.
perfect.
Brilliant.
It was orchestrated.
To see
without
that in
even-
real, actually happen would have been a thing of beauty. It's like the tyre goes down, the guy slumps over his car.
Yeah, because it was just one shot each. So it was just like, instead of being this like cinematic thing where everyone's firing and it's like going and all that. Just went
Yeah. It was done.
That's it, he's blown up.
Perfect assassination.
There's a leg. Yeah, I was about to say, pretty efficient, guys.
Except for the car blowing into the front of the shop,
and that,
of course, but
Oh, you guys make a mess, didn't you?
I remember
always.
mate, it got real hectic. But yeah, so like that's what I'm saying. If you fudge the rolls, you deny people of that shit. Part of the fun of DM
One guy.
Part of the fun of RPGs, should I say, is the failures.
Yes, of course it is.
oh god, so many
is.
failures in my time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what about like we played a Cthulhu game once where Peter was trying to take a photo and he accidentally set a barn on
Oh
fire.
my goodness. I will talk a little bit more about that later because.
But yeah, like shit like that.
man.
Never fudge. And even if your NPCs make dumb mistakes and you want them to be cool, let it fucking happen.
You have to get another one.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the failure is actually like a lot more fun than it would be trying to fudge the roll anyway. What's the
Exactly.
point?
I mean,
the only thing about that is like in Cthulhu, you've got the re-roll sort of thing, so you can sort of try.
yeah, but it's more like a
logically-
retry.
Yeah,
I want push.
yeah, the push roll. So.
You've got to justify a push, though.
Yeah, that's true.
So thinking about it though, you know, a lot of the time people can smell fudge from a mile away, right? And I do mean that euphemistically. No, like a player, for example, if you say come out and you do a bluff roll, and you get, let's say we're talking about Pathfinder, for example, hypothetically, and you get a bluff roll of say 25, that's ludicrous. Most people would believe it, right?
Yeah.
And then the DM goes, no, I don't believe it. And you're speaking to a guy that quite clearly has low intelligence. You're going to be like, yeah, this seems like a bit of bullshit to me.
He didn't know his name a minute ago. Now he's not buying any of my shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd be really annoyed at that if that happened to me in a game.
yeah, exactly. So
So are you sure? Did you see what the score is?
the players will know if you're fudging, so just don't do it, basically, because...
Or the dice roll, when it all goes quiet, it's like the dice hit the ground and it's like... And then it goes again, you're like, what's that?
Actually, a good point, because players can hear the fucking sound of dice rolling.
Yeah.
So last week when we were playing Shadowrun, fucking Philip, I forgot to roll the dice. Legitimately forgot to roll the dice at one point, and he was like, he tried. I think it was a bluff check or something
He called
like that.
you up on it.
Yeah,
didn't
and he was like, he was like,
I smell fudge.
I
was
don't
like,
think he said it like that. But
No, I
he
went,
definitely implied that there
yeah.
was some fudging.
well, it wasn't a purposeful fudge, but nonetheless, I said, okay, he doesn't quite. He's looking at you like he doesn't quite believe you, and he's like, hang on, you didn't roll, and I was like, oh yeah, fuck, and then I rolled it. Yeah, so...
It can happen. Don't worry about it.
Mistakes happen. Fudges should not.
Should not happen.
Just let the mistakes happen and just don't let fudging get in the way of a good time.
Yeah, I think
unless that is your idea of a good time.
Yeah, of course.
Then some people we won't name.
Yeah. All right. Only the people in this room get that.
What?
Okay.
Don't worry. I'll explain it to you during the break.
Oh, okay.
It's
Two people in this room get this joke.
Only the listeners will get this joke.
Oh, what now? I feel well left out.
Now
I am a listener. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The biggest.
I'm not shit.
Shut up. Shut up, both of you.
Sometimes I debate whether or not to listen to it, but I just think you guys need the
Peter,
things in it. So.
you can't say that.
Hey, don't come on here and then start criticising that.
You motherfucker.
I'm just trying to push this forward for you guys.
Thanks,
that's
man.
it.
Like, well,
by saying it's shit. Right, moving on.
You need to improve.
Especially episode 8.
No, this one. This is the only one that's terrible. This will change the ways in it.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm constantly criticising everything. So
right, that's it. You're out. You're out.
Alright, sweet. I'm going to go now. So, yeah. Thanks for doing this, guys.
Cheers,
yeah,
mate. Thanks.
Right, shut up. No talking. Okay, so the last point...
Jesus.
I just threw the notepad at Nick.
Is that the flying point?
That's the flying point.
Casing point.
I do love
we lost the
flying
page
point.
now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
My name is Boris Johnson. And when I'm not doing me voodoo, I be listening to the TableTopTwats.
And so, yeah, and the final point is don't punish the party if they deviate from your chosen path. Just adapt the story, I think. Because it's not fair. It's not well, no, it's not even that. It's not the GM's place to do that, surely.
Exactly, because karma doesn't work that way in real life. You don't just do something like decide not to go to work one day and then a dragon attacks you in the street. That's not what happens.
Yeah.
Is that likely to happen, though?
Yes.
Did it happen to you, then?
Possibly.
Okay.
But I can't tell you where the dragon touched me.
It's very sensitive.
Can you point to me where the dragon touched
I'm not
you?
pointing. I'm not even going to point.
You got any teddy bears in here? We can.
No, the dragon ate it.
I think he did.
But no, so yeah, don't punish the party if they don't do what you want them to do.
Well, it's always that classic example. If we're exaggerating it to the max, is that where people say, "Oh right, you don't want to go and investigate this thing I told you to investigate? A dragon attacks you." Yeah,
That a teacher.
This shit happens, man. People do it.
But if you do that, kill the party, total party kill. It's like, right, what should we do now?
Well, also you might try and do it subtly, where you think you're being subtle. You know, a lot of GMs do that. New GMs where they'll be like punishing a particular player or a particular set of players because they're not doing what they want. And it might be things as simple as all the NPCs start treating them badly, or for some reason the loot they get is less. And again, another thing, the players can tell, mate, although the GM's mind is busy with a million things, the players' minds aren't necessarily, and they can see that shit. They'll know that you're punishing them, and it commits the worst fucking crime you can possibly do when playing an RPG, is it stops it from being fun.
Yeah.
Previously, before it will break immersion.
Exactly.
So,
never break that immersion, baby.
Never break immersion, never break
that's
fun.
the reason why you're there playing.
Absolutely right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well said, Pete, yeah.
In a land far beyond your imagining, adventure waits. And down beneath you will find things that you never dreamed of seeing. Goblins, orcs, treasures, mountains of gold. Will you be brave enough to delve deep and beat the final boss of the dungeon? This is Adventure Calls, available for $49.99.99. Available at all good retailers.
This is Adventure Call. Now, we know that prank calls are pathetic and for losers, and then they're not funny.
But they are bloody hilarious.
So we're going to do one now. I am going to call my local gym, and I won't spoil why I'm calling them, but we're going to call them now.
I'm quite excited to see why you are calling them, actually.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you for calling Donning's Leisure Centre, a better facility. For all bookings, please visit www.better.org.
Don't tell me what to do.
Good evening, Donning's Leisure speaking. How can I help?
Hello, do you have gym facilities?
Pardon?
Do you have gym facilities?
I do. We do here, yes.
Okay, it's just that I was wondering what sort of equipment you have in the gym. Basically, I need it for a very specific purpose. So may I ask you a few questions?
Okay, yeah. Did you want me to forward you to the gym, the actual gym team?
That would be lovely, yes please.
worries. Okay, one moment, please. What's your name, please?
Obsidian.
Perfect. Okay, one moment, please.
Thank you very much.
Hi, speaking to Chris. How can I help you?
Hi, Chris. My name's Obsidian. I just wanted to ask about your gym equipment, because I'm after something rather specific.
Okay.
Basically, obviously, I'm a druid, and as a result, I get pushed around quite a lot. And I was wondering, do you have any machines that can level up strength?
We have a various of what we call low-level equipment. Yes, so they're sort of.
Well, actually, I'm a level 5, so I mean, it's not low level, but it's somewhat low. Yeah. So, do you have things specifically for strength? Because I need. Currently, I've got a -1 modifier, but I need to be up at about a +2, hopefully.
Yeah, we've got various different bits of equipment fitting all different heights and ranges and abilities as well. So there should be something here that should fit what you need for as well, including cardio equipment as well.
Now, as a magic user, I often have magical tomes that I carry around. Do you have lockers which I can store those in?
Yes, if not, we'd be able to leave them behind reception or with one of the...
these are far too precious, my friend. Okay, in addition to that, I was looking to level up as well dexterity. Currently got a score of 10. I want to get that up to about 12. That would give me a +1 to any dexterity checks. Is that something that you have there?
Sorry, can I get you a little bit crackly?
I need to level up my dexterity also.
Yeah.
Do you have dexterity machines?
No, not ourselves. No, I don't.
Well, what I was thinking is, if I multi-classed as a fighter, then perhaps I could use other machines as well. Do you have any for charisma?
There's probably 1 or 2 machines, yes, that would be available to you for that kind of area, yeah.
Such as?
It depends on sort of...
Well, I was thinking bluff checks.
Resistance or cardio equipment for that.
Resistance. It's like spell resistance.
We can use... You can have dumbbells, you can have resistance bands, you can have resistance machines.
Oh.
It depends which area you want to kind of work
So
with.
I suppose that would heighten my fortitude save.
Sorry, say again?
Would that heighten my fortitude save?
It should do, yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Well, Chris, you've been very helpful to this young druid. And I would like to say, when I reach the dizzying heights of level 20, I shall be giving you a call.
Yes, no problem. Brilliant.
Sam alakam.
Thank you very much.
Sam alakam.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Sam alakam.
He's too nice for his own good.
Was that alright?
Yeah, it's fine. I think he was on the. I wonder whether he was like in earshot of his boss, so he couldn't like mess with.
Yeah, we definitely have equipment for that
dumbbells.
purpose. Resistance, like spell resistance.
And when you said when he was like anything to help with my constitution, no, what was it?
Dexterity.
No, the one after that, charisma.
Oh,
that's it.
charisma.
It's like, yeah, I think we've got a couple of machines for that. He couldn't even say the word.
His manager
fine.
is blatantly standing right behind him.
Was that alright though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Alright, cool.
Pretty sick.
Hey everybody, come gather around the fireside. I got a story to tell you about a time when I beat 2 goblins and 3 basilisks all by myself. That's right, I did it with my own 2 hands. And my trusty 6-shooter, of course, but that's not the point. Point is, I beat him, I won. Fireside Tales.
Right, let's get on with this shit.
You got a tea coming as well.
Enough fucking shit.
Tea coming.
Oh yeah, we need to pull the mic closer.
Yeah, that might help, innit?
Peter, don't tell me how to do my job. I don't come down to the bus station when you're cleaning it, tell you how to clean the bus station.
Hey, leave my buses alone, man.
Alright, so this section is Fireside Tales, and this is where we tell tales from our games experiences, RPGs.
Experiences of games.
Exactly. So, Peter, as you're the guest, I'm going to go first. No, I'm just kidding. You can go first, mate. So, tell a story.
Okay, so this was when Harrison was DMing his Shadowrun game, and I believe he might have told this on a podcast already, but I'm going to tell it anyway. So, we just come out of the restaurant after shooting everyone up and me killing someone from setting them, setting a spell. So, we had just come out and one of the players was on top of the roofs and could see the police coming, and instinctively I just used my my masking spell and sort of came out as like a police officer and said that I'd apprehended the suspects.
Sweet.
And had to roll for it and just got the success. And they believed the story. And one of the players said at the end of it he should have morphed into a tank.
Oh yeah.
So I think you might have said it actually.
Yeah, that's what
So
I said.
could have morphed into a tank, but I sort of went with a smart option.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm glad it worked. What, you got it, and you got over, didn't you?
Well, I thought it was pretty funny because Peter was like, okay, I want to morph into the chief of police. And I'm like, you don't know what he looks like. And he's like, okay, I'm just going to go for generic New York cop then. And you're like, hey guys, the situation's fine here. And meanwhile, behind Peter, the two of them were trying to get the sewer open. But he was just standing in front of them.
Yeah, with a crowbar, like, nothing to see.
Yeah, Peter was like, okay, move along, guys. No need for the tank here. We're just... And there's two guys behind him just like, yeah, trying to get this sewer open.
And the tank just rolls past.
Yeah, and they all just left. The tank was like on the other end of the street, just about to come in, and all these police officers had us surrounded. And we just managed to blag our way out of it just completely. It was amazing.
I like the way Tank just bought everything that generic New York cop had to say. It was like, fair enough.
I even had it so that the front of the tank nodded to them.
Yeah.
He was like, see you later, guys.
Yeah.
Because I remember you saying you had like some massive battle planned out for that whole situation, didn't you? But,
yeah, but you just avoided it.
Yeah.
That was cool, man. I'm happy now.
Yes.
So, yeah. Mostly what I do when I play is I try to use my brain a little bit more and see what would work a little bit better, and I thought that sort of worked quite well actually.
Yeah, nice.
It's all about thinking outside the box. Sean is probably one of the masters of it.
He's the king of it.
Yeah, in a pinch, he will pull something out of the
So
bag.
I've never played a game with Sean. I've only ever played one of his games that he's DM, so I have to sort of experience that at some point soon.
Different world,
Well,
mate.
he was the guy that we had on the podcast before to talk about one-shots. But in the Shadowrun game, his character's a meathead. So there was a point where... now this is a separate story entirely, but there was a point where you guys were trying to block off a place so the security couldn't get in.
Yeah.
And the woman was just like, can you move out of the way, please? And Sean, instead of doing something creative, because his character's a meathead, he just went, no. And she was like, sir, I'm really going to have to ask you to move. Just went, no. Yeah, he just kept on saying no every time she said anything.
It was brilliant.
But yeah, well done on the old disguise trick, mate. It was good.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
But next up, Nick and I want to tell a story.
Yes.
And we're going to tell sort of a joint story here.
And I'm intrigued about this because you sort of have told me little bits of it, but you won't tell me the whole story. So
we wanted to save it for the pod.
Pretty proud, mate. We're pretty proud.
Okay.
So we were speaking earlier about when DM says, you know, oh, you don't want to go that way? A dragon comes out and kills you. I'm not saying this is what our DM did. I'm not sure if it was or if it wasn't.
And this sort of ties into the whole railroading sort of aspect of the
I guess
show,
it kind of
doesn't
does,
really?
yeah. So, but what happened was, I'm not saying that's what he did, I'm not saying that's what he did at all, but it was very... It sort of worked out that way, didn't it?
Yeah,
what happened was is that we were going on an adventure, and it turns out we'd left our equipment in this arena we'd just been fighting in. So we went back to the arena, and while we were there, we got our stuff back, and everything was in there. Remember, they gave it to us, and I opened my bag, and I went, "What the fuck? There was 1,000 gold coins in here. Who took those?" And I rolled a sick bluff. They weren't having any of it.
No.
And the thing about my character is he's a celebrity, so he's not used to being told no. And he gets annoyed, and he starts fires every time somebody annoys him. So he's already set the boss's desk on fire.
Yeah.
And he went round and tried to set the arena on fire. And instantly, James goes, a genie comes and puts the fire out. A genie?
What?
Are you fucking shitting me, James? Anyway, so the genie gave us a ultimatum, didn't he? He said...
He's really smug as well.
Yeah, and he goes, I'll let you go if you give me all of your stuff.
All of your stuff.
And
Thank you.
And so what I did is I had a bag that was full of oil and tinder twigs for setting stuff on fire.
Yes.
And so what I did,
that's right, yeah.
I chucked in my bag and I said, there you go, there's my stuff. And then I used Mage Hand
Makeshift grenade.
to set the bag on fire.
Yes.
Sorry, what game were you playing?
Pathfinder, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should mention, it wasn't like fucking bubblegum shoe and a genie came out of nowhere.
No, yeah, it was a genie... No, not a security guard. The mosquito guy was the original guy that booted us out. And then
and he was still there.
he was
and then
following
the genie
us.
came out.
And we was like, look, we had the ups. We wanted to set the bill on fire. Small act of anarchy to show who was boss because we weren't having it. And then Genie security came out, man, and he was a smug bastard.
But anyway,
hello, hey, give me your stuff.
And the fucking bag explodes, and then combat starts, right?
Yes.
And we were fighting him. This guy's like way higher level than us. At least.
So you're fighting the genie.
Yeah. And the mosquito security
and the mosquito guy as well. The genie
gosh.
could zip out of existence and then zip back again.
And he could go invisible. So we spent most of the fight trying to fight him invisibly, where we were trying to smell where he is. And then Sean was just running to where he thought he was, swinging his axe wildly.
And then Sean's axe got stolen because, and it was like just kind of hovering in the air.
Because he took it while he was invisible.
I could sort of imagine Sean's sort of character, whilst even though he didn't have the axe, he's probably still trying to swing or something.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. Larry was just literally swinging around at nothing because I can't remember what had happened, but he's like, well, I can't do anything else, so I'm just going to swing aimlessly to see if I hit him.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. But like, anyway, this fight went on for ages, man.
It was hardcore.
And there was even points where James was saying to us, are you sure you want to carry on fighting? Because what I think he wanted us to do was carry on with the story.
Go back to the cave.
But then like, okay, so halfway through the fight, we decided to reason. We were like, come on, mate, leave us alone. We've learned our lesson. We're sorry.
We were bad. I was on one hit point, 1 HP, and I'd already revived Harrison, I think, because he'd gone down.
Yeah, you used your stabilizer.
Sean was on 2, and he's our tank. And we was beaten up, man.
And so we said, look, we've learned our lesson. We're really sorry. We rolled well on the diplomacy, and the genie goes, okay, but you have to give us all your stuff. And we're like, okay, guys, fucking hand it over. We can get more stuff.
And I was like, hold on a minute. All the stuff on the inventory, not the stuff that I had on me.
And he goes, and your weapons and armour.
And gold.
And we were like, fuck this. We're going to kill this motherfucker.
We're not being mugged. And we were angry because it wasn't even the police. And we were like, we're fucking crime scene investigators, man.
Yeah, and this guy's trying to mug us. Technically, what he was doing was illegal. So Larry, even though he's lawful good, he was fighting too.
He weren't having it, because he doesn't normally fight unless absolutely provoked.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically we were like, fuck this, we're going to fight him. So James put this unwinnable fight in where we'd lose all our stuff. And I think it was, to teach us a bit of a lesson not to fuck about. And basically what we ended up doing was fighting it to the last breath. And James was like, you sure you want to carry on fighting? we were constantly going under 0 HP and then coming back with 1 HP, all of this shit. It was crazy.
Do you remember the double 20?
Yeah. Nick got 2 crits in a row.
No, I rolled one, then Sean rolled one straight after.
Oh, that was it, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is that this fight went on for fucking ever. It got to the point where, like, if I fast forward it a little bit, Sean's character Larry, he was battered. Your character Tobias was battered. We were 1 HP, and then the mosquito knocked me out, was carrying me towards the arena to put me in a fucking cell, which is definitely fucking illegal.
And took clothes off.
Yeah, took my clothes off. So what I did to get out, right, was...
Oh, this is horrendous.
I had no clothes
on. You better warn them.
Okay. Trigger warning.
Is this going to get pretty graphic?
It's getting lewd, mate.
It's getting lewd, mate.
Basically, what I did
has to be at least
got to do what you got to do.
As soon as he put me in the cell, I woke up. And I used a flare spell to blind him and rob him of one action. Right, and I started legging it, but I thought, I don't want people to come near me. I want them to think I'm insane. So I started jerking it wildly. And I was running, I was doing a gross face as I was doing it.
Yeah, he's like,
as I was legging it through the arena.
Jesus
and
Christ,
these guys...
you were like, leave me, I'm gone. And we was like, no, we're not leaving the man behind.
Yeah, and so Tobias and Larry, thankfully, amazingly, came to my aid. I was being chased by the security guards. I was running up some stairs, and then I met these guys on the stairs. I was popping off flare spells as I was fucking going up, blinding everyone.
Beating it.
Yeah, beating it wildly. And Larry came out to me and he was like, what happened, man? And I was like, don't worry, man, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but Jesus, what are you doing?
Anyway, it turns out that in the end, we killed the fucking genie, right?
Yes.
All of my stuff, including
I burned him to a crisp.
Yeah.
Nice.
And all of my stuff, including my fucking robes, my weapons, everything I had was fucking gone.
Yeah.
You guys were on 1 HP, we were dying, we were battered, but we fucking won.
Yeah,
and
we beat him.
It was one of our greatest moments because James threw everything at us because he wanted that to be punishing.
Yeah.
And he wanted to fucking beat us down because we were goofing up his arena or whatever. And we fucking beat it.
And it was so exciting though, I've got to say.
Yeah.
And the beauty of it was out of nowhere, completely left field, but we were just like, we're not having it. And it was similar to one of our GURPS games when our ship was, we've spoken about it before, when our whole ship got destroyed that we had just finished making, and we was like, we're not going down.
Yeah, we're not giving up,
we're
mate.
not letting this guy take it. So we fought him and we beat him. Freaking genie, mate.
I was pretty happy with that. And
so cool.
The funniest thing was that because that genie was such a high level monster, we were like, James, do we level up?
Do we level up?
And he was like, yes. Like through gritted teeth. Like you could tell he didn't want to give us that level.
Yes. Genie Killers. So we're going to change our name from what were we, the Flatliners? No,
We were the Burns victims.
Burns victims. Yeah, but we're
Nice.
going to change it up to the Genie Hunters, I think.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Welcome to the Chamber of Challenges. Chamber of Challenges. The Chamber of Challenges. Chamber of Challenges. The Chamber of Challenges.
So welcome one and all to the challenge room. It is a room of challenges.
Chamber of Challenges.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. I got the fucking name wrong.
Professional as always.
So
Yeah.
welcome one and all to the Chamber of Rooms. Challenge rooms.
Challenge Rooms. It's the Chamber of Challenge Rooms, yeah?
Okay, so this is
Pretty
where
fitting.
we give each other RPG related challenges. So Nick, you've got one for me and Peter, have you not?
Yes, I've got some
Sweet.
questions for you this week.
We're going to work as a team. This is Dragon or Blagging,
This
isn't
is
it?
Dragon or Blagging,
Okay.
yeah. So I've got a question for you, and we've got some answers.
So this is basically where you make up some shit and we have to discern what the real one is?
absolutely right.
Okay,
That's the
cool.
one.
Yep.
So you might notice the theme. So we'll see if you can spot it as
I
well.
think
But that's
Harrison
an
might-
extra point.
Harrison might, but I may not. But who
You
knows?
might.
Nah,
Right,
you'll
knows?
be fine. Go
Right.
on.
So question number 1: in the game Mage: The Ascension, there are 9 playable traditions. Out of these 4, which is the real tradition? Is it Nightmare Walker, Order of the Forgotten Sun,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cult of Ecstasy,
Yeah.
or Shallow Ones?
Oh, man, they all sound pretty real.
Yeah, they do.
Do you know what though? I think out of all of those, the way you got to think about this, because I haven't played Mage, I think it's that you got to think how Nick, you got to get into Nick's head, and I don't think
Yeah.
he would have come up with Order of the Forgotten Sun.
That might not be. Yeah, I reckon that could be. I'm thinking on the shallow ones, but I'm not sure about that one either.
What do you think, Shallow Ones or Forgotten Sun?
Forgotten Son.
We're gonna go Forgotten Sun, Nick.
Order of the Forgotten Sun.
Yes.
Yes.
Incorrect.
Fuck! So what was the real one?
Cult of Ecstasy.
Oh, man.
Ah, that makes sense. There's a lot of
Okay.
sex in those games.
90s.
Oh, sweet.
Uh-oh.
I touched the computer and fucked it up. And now the recording stopped. And we had to record that bit again. So I am really sorry I did that thing. The experience of the people listening, it's slightly worse.
Okay, so there was a fuck up with the recording, so we already know what question 2 is.
That's my bad. Sorry.
Thanks, Peter.
I've
Yeah.
ruined your show
Thanks for
already.
nothing.
That's right, so we'll jump number 2.
No. Just give the answers, because the
Okay.
people at home want to hear.
Alright, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
they want to hear.
I worked hard on this. No, not really. In the classic sci-fi game Traveller, there are many creatures you can encounter on the journey. Name the real creature. Is it giant snail worm? Screaming...
Giant snail worm.
giant sand snail! Don't know why I said it like that.
Okay.
Is it giant sand snail, screaming bear lizard, serene jest worm, or scuttle bugger?
Okay, I think I'm going to go serene jest worm.
You're absolutely
Yes.
right.
Yes, correct.
Sweet.
Okay, so next question.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Question number 3. In the
Almost.
horror role-playing game Trail of Cthulhu,
Yeah.
powered by Gumshoe, there are many abilities your investigator can use. Which one is the real one? Is it fisticuffs, cop talk, survival, or procurement?
I reckon cop talk, maybe.
Yeah, because it sounds like... Because I know in Bubblegum Shoe they have grown-up face. So I think cop
Okay.
talk, like trying to sound like a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's an investigator sort of game, isn't it?
We're going cop talk.
Very good reasoning. That's exactly right.
Cop
Nice,
that, mate.
nice.
Up top.
Well done.
Up.
Oh, did you just do the...
Oh, yeah.
We went to high five, but I gave Peter the fist.
Uh-oh.
Please don't fist me again.
Sorry.
No homo.
Behave yourself.
Yes, homo.
No.
So yes, correct.
Not in this pod.
No,
booth.
yes, correct.
Yes,
Yes, correct, but
Yes,
not,
homo.
not to the homo.
Okay, so it's...
All right, moving on. Let's go.
Right. Question number 4. From the following list, please name the real spells from Hackmaster 4th edition. Is it attach limb, produce boils,
Yeah.
alleviate headache, cure colour
I
blindness?
fucking know this one. It's alleviate headache.
No, there's. Hold on. From the following list, please name the real spells. There's more than one in this one.
Real spells?
Real spells.
How many reals?
So you got to tell me which one's real out of all of them.
How many?
Oh, there's 3 reals.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so alleviate headache is
Yeah.
definitely one.
That
Correct.
sounded suspicious to me.
Okay, so we got that one.
Yep.
The other. Do you want me to read the rest again?
Yep.
Attach limb, produce boils, cure colour blindness.
Okay, I think produce boils. I'm locking that in.
Okay.
And I want to say the one with boils.
I said that
Oh,
already.
sorry. Colour blindness, sorry.
Okay, cool. Colour blindness and boils.
Okay, well you're wrong, Harrison.
Fuck off.
That was the incorrect one.
Attached limb is real.
Yes.
Bloody
Oh,
hell.
goddamn.
And cure colour blindness
Yes.
is absolutely right as well, yeah.
Alright,
Sweet.
well, we got 2. We got 2 yes correct.
You got 2 yes,
Yes.
correct. Yeah, and the final question, question number 5. Which one of these is not a tabletop RPG? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
Is not.
Is
It's
not
not.
Okay,
a
okay.
tabletop RPG. Alright. Okay. Macho women with gun.
Yep.
Penny for my faults.
Yep.
Alien androids attack.
Yep.
All out of bubblegum.
Do you know what? I think I've heard of macho women with guns.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
As ridiculous as it sounds.
And I think, because Nick likes old movies, I think All
Yep.
Out of Bubblegum. But also, the other one, Alien Androids Attack, is so simple that I think that's a fake. That's the fakey.
It could well be.
But I don't know, man, because
It's
maybe
hard.
that's why Nick put it in there. What are we going for?
I think I'm going for Alien Android.
I'm going Alien Android.
It's incorrect. It's
Oh.
not an RPG. Sorry, it's not an RPG, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely right, guys. Well done.
Yes.
Yes, correct. Alien Androids Attack is bullshit.
So do we win your challenge?
So we got 3, didn't we?
I don't know. We never know.
We never keep track of the scores.
So yes, correct.
Okay.
But we don't know.
We never know.
Yeah, you win. But not
Fun.
Yay,
Not
we
well.
win!
Fun is the winner here.
That's it, exactly. Well said, Pete. Fun always wins here. So yeah, that was Dragon or Blagging this week. Hope you enjoyed.
Sweet.
No.
Oh, and did you not all? Obviously, there wasn't a complete pattern, but the first few questions had a pattern.
Is it all stuff?
All stuff that you've
so
bought
bought
recently?
Yeah, well done. Yeah.
If listeners at home could guess that, then no, they'd have to be very studious listeners.
They get a yes correct as well.
Alright, so let's move on. We're going to do Peter's challenge. Peter's got a challenge for us. He told me on the way here.
Yes.
Something to do with fisting. I don't know what
Oh,
it is.
not good.
There is no fisting challenge here, I will promise you that.
What? I was promised.
I'll be laying awake at night thinking of
Fucking goblins.
fucking goblins. Fucking goblins.
Fucking goblins.
Okay, so, hello again, listeners. Basically, we've just done Peter's Choose Your Own Adventure, and it was fucking awesome. And we really, really liked it, but it went on for quite a while. So what we're going to do...
It was a little longer than I was anticipating it would be, but...
No, but it was
No,
awesome.
I'm glad it was though. It was fucking
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to cut that, obviously, as you've just heard, and we're going to put it into a bonus content, which
Nice.
will be released the day after this podcast.
Some nice, fresh, tasty bonus content for
Bit
you.
of bonus for you.
Exactly. Should we
So
say
one word. Bod drop.
bod drop, mate? You've
Bod-
got to listen
bod-
to it.
Yeah,
You've got-
bod drops all the way.
Yeah, bod drops for all.
yeah, that was fun. Thanks,
Thank
Peter.
you, Pete. That was
That's
wicked,
cool.
man.
So go listen to the bonus content when it comes out.
Yeah.
All right,
Cool.
bye.
In the future, you will be able to send a letter from anywhere on the planet. This is the future. This is the Electro Letter.
Okay, so now we've got the electro letters.
Wait a minute, Peter. We're the host of this show. You're not supposed to introduce segments.
Well, I'm introducing a segment.
You can't introduce. Don't introduce segments.
And what the hell's an electro letter?
It's
don't
sort of
know,
like
it's
it's like a mail that comes through an intertube.
Intertube of nets.
Yes.
Yes, that sounds about right.
So
yeah.
this is where we read mail from our wonderful listeners. And here's the first question.
Okay, first question is in from a good friend of ours, Manuel Sams.
Manuel, the wonderful guy. Where's he from again?
Germany.
Poland?
No, you did.
Lithuania?
France.
France. The French guy,
From
Manuel.
Deutschland. And
Le Manuel Sams.
Speaking of Manuels, I'm sad I won't ever see 40 Towers reunion ever again.
Why'd you have to bring up a
I'm sorry.
sad death of a...
I'm sorry, but
Yes, Andrew
I do
Sachs died this year, and you're bringing that up.
I do love 40 Towers, so
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's the wrong time!
Not now.
It's still too fresh, isn't it?
Okay,
Yeah.
but this Manuel isn't dead, and he's
Yeah, thank God.
And he also put up a great video the other day.
Yes, of the package we sent.
Of the package we sent, which was really cool.
Nice.
So go check that out. So anyway, his question is: you're stranded on a desert island. What 3 non-gaming items would you carry with you to complement the gaming stuff from the previous question you have with you? So this was Pete Malloy's question, wasn't it?
So what did we bring last time? When we were on a desert island?
Our wives.
Your
And-
wives?
No,
we
no,
did,
it wasn't.
yeah.
We didn't bring gaming stuff. We bought people. I bought Alan Sugar and then I beat the fuck out.
Oh yeah, because there was that.
And I think we said our
Gary
wives were a
Coleman.
given, but then we'd have...
Okay, let's put it this way then. Let's re-answer the question, but let's do it so you get 1 gaming item and then 3 non-gaming items.
All right, yeah.
Okay, so Desert Island, you get to bring 1 game system with you. Tell you what I'm going to bring.
Or doesn't happen to be game system or game item of sorts.
No, it does.
Oh, just.
So you
but
get to
does
bring.
that mean you have an infinite supply of games with it then?
Does it have to be RPG or is it just game?
Why do you guys have to make this so difficult? I'm just saying to you.
These are the necessary questions.
They're not necessary.
They
I need to
are
know the
absolutely
specifics,
necessary.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
there
bring
are
one.
rules.
Shut up! You bring 1 RPG system with you, and then you can bring 3 non-gaming items to complement it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm bringing GURPS. I'm bringing whiskey. I'm bringing fags. That means cigarettes to our American listeners, and I'm going to bring some lube. And I don't even know what order I'm going to use those in.
All at the same time, I could imagine.
Yeah,
Might
exactly.
get a bit slippery.
Well, no, the lube is so I can turn the pages of the GURPS book more easily. I don't know what you
Obviously.
say.
So sand
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
stick on them.
Yeah.
Oh, alright. That's pretty logical then, I suppose.
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
Sweet. So,
Nick, game system.
I am going to take with me macho women with guns.
Nice.
You haven't even played it. Okay, but fair enough.
But
It's a
just-
good time to learn a system.
Some
like this.
macho women
Yeah,
and
you
some
get to-
guns.
But imagine if you
You
took
get one
the
more
system-
item.
Oh, and some whiskey. No, some brandy. Eh?
But yeah, imagine if you took that system when you absolutely hated it, you'd be stuck playing that for the rest of your life.
And it'd be
That'd
really
freaking
awkward.
terrible.
It's like, this game's about us.
You'd have plenty of time to homebrew it.
That's true. You could
So you
And if
bring...
it-
But would you have a
Shoot
piece of
some.
paper to be able to write all these ideas down in case you forget
Yeah.
them?
Ooh, it's getting complicated there.
Yeah, these are all
I'll
these
bring a deck
rules
of
that we
cards
didn't want
and I'll
to
play
ask. So
Snap with
yeah,
myself.
No,
nice.
but you would bring... You know what, actually, you're absolutely right. I'm going to change mine. So I'm going to bring GURPS, paper, pens, and rubbers.
Dice. What about
No,
dice?
actually, why would I bring a rubber if I didn't have...
Yeah, but you
A
know,
pencil.
imagine the dice are probably coming with the game anyway. So
Is it a beginner box or what?
Oh my god, you fucking idiots! You have to...
we've basically ruined this question now, haven't we?
I'm
We
taking
have.
Rapido.
Okay, Peter, go on, game system.
Well, I'd probably take Call of Cthulhu,
Item number 1.
some Di Serono for some good times,
Now item number 2.
probably a pen and paper.
Okay, that's 2 more items. Good.
Sweet.
Alright, moving on. You guys ruined that question.
Sorry.
That was supposed to be fun.
That was
and
well
you
over
guys
the top
made
of
me sad.
I'm sorry, but I thought that was fun because we made you sad.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree, Nick?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool,
mate.
sweet.
I hate you.
What I tell you, I'm doing. Okay, so the next one's not a question; it's just a bit of correspondence. This is from Jack. That's it.
Jack.
Sorry,
Jack's
Jake.
back.
I didn't get that right.
Hi, Jake.
Rewind. So this is this is a little correspondence we've had come in from Jake.
Hi, Jake.
That's it. From
mate.
Twitter, and he just says, "Railroaded once. No one had fun."
Yeah, it's nice.
I swear to God, no, we got that on Twitter today. It was
Great
brilliant.
now.
Yeah, thanks for that.
I know you can only use 140 characters on Twitter, but that's
Bit stingy there.
He used
Yeah,
about
a little.
6.
He got to the point though, didn't he?
What? He's
So
probably
yeah,
about
that's
20.
Jake. Just literally just Jake.
all right.
So, I like it. He kept it to the point.
Yeah.
He's right. Railroaded once, not fun.
No, we don't find.
yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
very
much.
Yeah. Okay, the next question is from good pal Vaz, Matty Stark.
Hey, big Stark.
Matty.
Big Stark.
Big up.
Big
Matty.
ups to Stark.
Big up. Yeah, and Matt has got a few bits with us
Shut up.
this time. He said, I've been guilty of this in the past and it really ticks me off when others do it. Sometimes you don't have time to prepare to run a game. Life gets in the way and you just don't have the time. Read the fucking adventure before running it.
Yeah, we touched on that
Yeah.
earlier, man. Totally read the goddamn adventure. To any bloody DMs doing that, okay, I understand life gets in the way sometimes, but maybe, in that case, I don't know, just find the fucking time. Read it on your lunch break.
Read it before you run it.
Read it before you run it.
Otherwise you're not ready.
Yeah, but what if,
course.
right, you've got a game coming up, you haven't had a chance to read the adventure, everything's got in the way, your wife's done shitting all over the place, the baby's shitting all over the place too.
Sicking all over the place.
And then you guess to the day you haven't read the book. What do you do? What do you do? Can you just say, "Oh, sorry guys, I haven't read the adventure. Let's do something else"? What can you do? You might have to call it off.
You should.
If they're expecting to play that set adventure that you haven't read,
exactly.
It's screwed, really, isn't it?
If you're underprepared, it's not really going to help anything.
Yeah, maybe if you know that you're not going to have time to read it, call the whole thing off.
Yeah.
Clean your baby shit off the walls before you do the DMing.
He also adds, when you run a game at a convention, bring pre-generated characters and more than you think you'll need. Nobody wants to sit at a game table for 2 hours and create a character with which cuts into a 4-hour time slot. Intentional or not, I viewed this as a lazy shithead GM who didn't want to put any effort into his game when it happened to me. It's a bit bad. You should have, especially if you've got a Deafy game, have plenty of pre-gens. They're not hard.
Totally. I think that it's just a great tip, really, because if you're playing at a convention, like what you want to do is sit down and get role playing straight away.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, we played at FGCon, we had pre-gens and shit, and we just got straight the fuck into the action. That's what you want.
Yeah. Isn't it basically you have like a set amount of time that you can get to play or something?
Usually, yeah.
Yeah,
so you
3
want
to
to get
4
it
hour
finished,
slot.
man.
So if you've killed 2 hours making characters, when you shouldn't really need to do that because you're at a con, so you just want to get in.
Exactly.
Not only that, but if you don't want to stop the game to create new characters if people die.
Of course, yeah. Oh, wait a minute, guys. Come on, I've got. Let me just work out my hit points. It's pain in the ass.
Yeah. So how many characters do you think people should actually make if they're going to take to a con?
Well, 2 per player at a table.
I would say so, but maybe if you're DMing a game like at a con, you'll usually have like a set amount of slots in it.
Mm-hmm.
So you might have, if you've got 5 players, maybe make 10 characters. Just to
Absolutely.
Be sure.
Yeah. Because they might not all die, so you might have
to. Because what you could do is, if you know you're going to be DMing a game at the con, just make a fuckload, make 20. Who gives a shit? I mean, if you've got the time, and you've just got loads prepared, and in the future, save you some work in the future.
Absolutely.
For the future.
Yeah,
for the future.
Couldn't it be the case that like a character dies and then the person who's playing him just walks off after they're dead, and you can just get a new person to jump in?
Could do that, or they could just pick up a new guy.
New guy.
Hey, new guy.
So brilliant. Yeah, thanks for that sound advice, Matty Stark. Lovely.
Thanks, Matt.
As always, mate.
It's good to hear from you, mate.
Yes.
Sweet.
Right, next question is from a new listener, Matthew Imaginary Truth Jones.
Oh man, it's Mitja. He's back.
He's back again, mate. Yeah.
I love this guy.
Get
I
back
love
in
him
touch.
so much. The thing about him is that he's actually imaginary.
Mm-hmm.
He's not even real.
No, he lives
But
in.
he is the truth.
He lives in the interweb, just being the truth.
He's a computer program. If you've ever read Ghost in the Shell, I haven't seen the film, but I'm certain that he is the puppet from Ghost in the Shell.
That's Matthew.
Yeah.
Yep. Right, Matthew says, I had a time when my DM read a poem to us that had the answer to solving the puzzle in the room. But of course, none of us made the connection and he wouldn't let us roll to get out. So after like 30 minutes or so in real time, he reread the poem, putting an emphasis on the answer, but it was super frustrating.
Wow.
Okay.
You know, though, I've done obscure puzzles like that in dungeons before.
Yeah.
You got to get that balance, haven't you? You can't go too obscure. I mean, I did one where I got this off Reddit actually, but the puzzle was there's a big button in the middle of the room, and it was specifically not to press it. Every time you pressed it, it reset a counter, and you all thought something bad was going to happen when it went down to 0.
Oh yeah,
so do you remember
that was brilliant.
Colin, one of the players, was just jumping on it over and over again, resetting the counter.
And
all you had to do was wait, and it took you guys like an extraordinary amount of time to figure it out. But I think it was also because one of you smashed the thing with the numbers on it, so you couldn't
read the numbers anymore.
Yeah.
Wow.
But, you know, that DM, that's a bit shitty, and it doesn't... I think after a while, maybe get one of the characters to roll intelligence. You know?
Yes.
And just see if the character figures it out.
Yeah, that's
right. As long as you know the players have given it a good chance and tried their best, you know, move on.
Yeah, I make the mistake constantly of either being too vague and players having no idea what they should do, or railroading them too hard and them not really having a choice. I have a lot of trouble finding the sweet spot.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough line to walk, because I think that it really depends on the players you have, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
To not saying their level of intelligence, but it's like how they think about puzzles, how they go about solving them and stuff like that. And I think that I can't really offer any fucking advice because ultimately you've got to know your players, innit? And sometimes it's really, really hard to strike that balance. I mean, if you've ever played a fucking adventure game on a computer back in the day, some of those puzzles, they range from unbelievably easy to so fucking obscure you're never going to get them in a million years without a guide. And I think that shows how hard those puzzles are to do.
Yeah.
My advice would be, though, create puzzles but not solutions. And then when your players come up with one that you think is clever enough, make that the solution. So let's say, for instance, you go into a room and you go, okay, there's a locked door, there's 3 numbers on the door and a keypad next to it, or something like that. Then they'll spend ages tapping numbers into the keypad, examining the numbers, and they might come up with something that you think is great and then go, oh, the door unlocks. And in that way, you've struck the perfect balance. Because you wait until they get frustrated or until they've spent enough time doing it, and then boom, they've done it. Because you think that solution's the best one.
And that's cool. I like that. Wicked. So thank you very much for the questions, Matthew. Imaginary Truth.
Cheers, Matt.
Great question.
Even though you're imaginary, I love you for real.
Yeah, it's true.
Emotions are always real, no matter who you are.
You've come up
with
with
your computer program.
I love it.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, thank you very much. Keep them coming, Matt. Next question is from someone you may know, Jamesy boy, James Clark.
Pumpkin.
The pumpkin.
He's back.
Bless him.
Nice.
Well, when did he get back from Japan?
I can't remember. I think last week.
Well, hopefully he doesn't insult me now that I'm a guest on here because of the last time.
Actually, that's a good point.
Ooh,
when
really
James was on a podcast before, Peter said, "Can you never have him on as a guest?"
First question: what is the best video game RPG? What is the best video game RPG game out there that is true? That is as true as possible to tabletop RPG and why?
Oh man, that's a toughie.
Now, I would probably definitely have to say the original D&D arcade games.
But then there's a few discrepancies because it's a hack and slash game. The D&D arcade games are amazing, but they're hack and slash games, so they're not quite...
Okay.
Yeah.
I would throw them in there because they're very good games.
But we're talking about ones that are true to D&D experiences.
Okay, alright.
You know one I immediately think of? It's not a D&D game, but I think it invokes everything about D&D that makes D&D great. Final Fantasy 1.
Yeah.
That's a fucking great game.
I mean,
you make a team, you build them up however you want.
Yeah, exactly.
You do a bunch of cool adventures. There's not much story, but it's a great fucking dungeon crawl type game.
Saying that as well. Go on.
There's one that you've played that is pretty much just like playing the real RPG.
Shadowrun
Returns.
Yeah. Brilliant. Shadowrun Returns, yeah, really good.
Is that on the SNES?
No, that was the
PC?
The SNES one was a bit shit. Okay. Shadowrun Returns was the kind of pseudo sequel that came out on PC.
Okay.
And it is turn-based. It uses the exact rules from I think 3rd edition. I might be wrong about that, but it's just like sitting down playing an RPG.
It's good fun.
But didn't they have a Shadowrun game on Xbox 360 that was like an
that was
online
cracking,
game?
But it was a first-person shooter.
Right.
It was a good game,
but it can still basically be the same because it's set in the Shadowrun world, isn't it?
Actually, I suppose in certain aspects it was quite faithful, but then a lot of people hated that game. I fucking loved it, but
well, I know you did. You spent a lot of hours playing that game, like much to the disgust of many people on the internet.
I fucking loved it. But we'll wrap the question up. But I think closest to the RPG experience has got to be Shadowrun Returns.
Yeah.
But my favourite, probably the D&D arcade game.
Nice.
Yeah, but I'd probably say Final Fantasy 1 for mine.
Yeah, fair enough.
So.
Cool.
Szia! Az én nevem Alan Rickman, és amikor épp nem a galaxis mentem meg, TableTopTwats hallgatok.
This one's easy, right? What is your favourite venue for your session? My house.
My house.
Yeah. What is the latest thing you've ever done in a campaign?
The lamest thing I've ever done in a campaign?
Have a little hissy fit and throw my dice off the table. That's pretty lame.
Do you know what though? I often say this is that I know that my hobby is lame, right?
Yeah.
I know that, but I don't give a fuck because I enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
So pretty much everything you do in an RPG, is make believe. Is a little bit lame, but who gives a shit? Own it, enjoy it.
Yeah.
So, by that virtue, the lamest game I've played is Made, because that's the one I'm sort of most embarrassed to tell people that I play.
You big Made up.
I fucking love Made. When I'm talking on the internet to people that are like-minded individuals, that's fine. But I wouldn't tell my mother-in-law, for example.
Yeah.
She said, "So what is this role playing you do then?" I'm saying, "Well, we all turn up and we pretend to be maids." No, we don't dress up, but and there was a time where I wanted to suck somebody's penis to get extra favour, but that And then my mother-in-law was like, "Get out! You've ruined Christmas."
Again.
God damn it, Harrison! Will you stop ruining Christmas?
I'm sorry.
Brilliant. And that's all the questions from James E. Pumpkin Clark.
Oh, hang on.
You
One sec.
mate.
Did you hear that? Yeah.
Who's that?
Come in.
Hello,
Who are you?
it's me, the homeless gnome. I was just wondering,
Why have you come into our pod booth, first of all?
well, I've fallen on hard times, and I need some money.
Goddamn beggars.
Money? What for?
Well, I need some, I just need 10p for a cup of tea.
You can't get a cup of tea for 10p around here.
I know, but if I get enough 10p's, I'll go towards a cup of tea. Anyway, the point is, I know not a lot of people have cash nowadays, so I've set up a PayPal.
A what?
A PayPal.
What's a PayPal?
So like a friend that pays you.
No, but it's like on the intertubes. You gotta go on the intertubes. I'll put the link in the description. I know how to do
Intertubes
it.
in the intertubes. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll put it on there, don't worry.
What are you saying, gnome man?
I'm saying, please, give me some money.
Alright, get out.
I'll put the link in it. Okay,
No,
bye.
get out.
Okay,
Get out.
Wait,
link in the description.
Wait, 1 second.
Yeah.
What do you get if you donate to you?
Good karma.
Good karma.
Well, you can't beat that.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Anyway, get out.
Oh,
Okay,
get out,
alright, I'm going. Bye. Link in the description.
And our final question is from, now that's over. Get him out of there.
Yeah, thank
And our
God.
final question is, oh, well, this has worked out well.
Oh, God.
Take
Here
you
we
back
go.
on, and we get a question in from the Zach.
Oh,
The
no.
Jenk.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh, no!
okay.
I mean, yes,
yes.
no, because he's a great guy.
I-
Thing is, Pete, Zach, he's a very, very nice guy, and we just want to say on the podcast now, he's never been to jail for killing several people.
Now,
Because they
That's
looked
what we
at
know.
him funny.
He hasn't.
He
that's what I'm
hasn't.
saying.
now, you had told me about him before.
No, I
the pod.
didn't. No, I didn't. Don't.
Did
We
you
didn't
not?
say anything about...
Don't repeat any of that.
Yeah. He's got
I heard
ears.
he was a good guy.
He's got ears
Yeah,
everywhere.
that's what I said.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. He's a good
I
guy.
heard he's a pretty cool guy.
He's a cool
good
guy.
Good
Alright,
light.
cool.
Good light.
Good guy.
Right, so his question is, tell Peter that... No, no.
I actually believed you for a
You
second.
were like,
did I.
what?
Started sweating in it. It was like, whoa,
Yeah, Zach's on you. Right,
Shit.
no.
Jenk.
Zach says, sorry. As a DM, I once had a party that was travelling by boat. I had a neutral evil, the first, last and only time I allowed an evil aligned character into a game, Monk in the party. His backstory included being a pirate, so I thought, hey, let's put him in the water. Make him happy, right? Nope. He insisted on boarding a larger ship, took the captain hostage and slaughtered the rest of the ship. They were spice traders. As punishment, after they searched the boat, they found the children of the people they had just murdered. The party then sold them into slavery to the drow. This was my biggest mistake as a DM, as it haunts me constantly.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Now, the one thing I can take away from this is, as a DM, I think you've got some mild anger issues.
No, I don't think. I think he was upset because they did something terrible. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think he was angry, but I do think that perhaps that neutral evil character. You know, when you're trying to get advice from somebody and it's about you, but you go, "Oh, my friend's got this problem. He thinks he's into fisting," and then
Oh my God, the fisting again.
and then like, but you're talking about yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that
friend of mine.
Zach is
Oh,
saying
God, yeah.
a player once went on a boat and killed a bunch of people, and I think Zach fucking did it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he didn't.
He
is
did
what I
never
mean.
did do.
He railroaded his own game with his anger.
No, his
streak.
own real life.
Yeah.
He jumped
maybe.
onto a boat, killed a bunch of people.
His own real life. He railroaded
And then he went to
himself.
jail, but now Zach's Jenks out of clink.
Yeah, he's out of Clink and he's doing great community
And I
projects.
really hope
Yeah.
he doesn't hunt me down.
Possible.
Okay.
Sorry, bud. Alright, and he's also said, do you have a favourite set of dice as a DM? The set that when you grab it, your players know they're about to get fucked up.
As a DM, I know it's an absolute travesty, but I'm on a very low wage, and as a result, whenever I have any spare money, I don't really buy much dice because I've already got a couple sets. So, the one I do use is a bag of D&D dice that came in a little Dungeons and Dragons bag that I got when it was 3.5 edition.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and so those are the ones I tend to favour. But
Sweet.
Nick, you got shitloads.
Yeah, I got shed loads of dice when I was running Savage World Zombies. When I was dealing damage, I had the one with the ROP on it, so I used to get that out for damage. That was my damage dice.
Now, would you say you
Oh,
got
yeah.
loads of dice mainly because you got drunk and just bought dice left?
That's
right,
how it
and
started.
centre? Okay.
No, do you know what? I've actually calmed my dice buying down a little bit because I now started
No, but
buying
now
books, which is way more expensive.
Yeah, because rulebooks are way more expensive.
But way worth it. Oh, now.
Oh,
fucking
back
hell.
again, for God.
Who's this?
Oh,
Hello, me again.
oh, go away.
Fuck off!
Right, I've hit him. Don't worry.
Sweet.
Nice one.
He's gone.
Nice one.
If he comes back, kill him.
I
Oh, well.
believe that is all the questions for this episode.
Thank you very much, everyone, for sending your questions in. We like them. Keep them coming. You're great guys, and we love you very much. Haven't had a question from Jeanette in a while, have we? Or did we have one last episode?
No, I think we did on the Christmas one.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Jeanette,
But Jeanette, come on.
stay in touch, love.
Yeah, we miss you.
Actually, is that sexist to say love?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
stay
don't
in
think
touch,
so.
please.
Stay in touch, please.
Please do.
We love you.
Yeah.
Shut up! Pick up your bad self.
Okay, so this is the section of the show where we like to do the shout out to our Nerds International colleagues. So we're on so we are on the Nerds International network of sick, wicked individuals.
Yes.
And
Pretty sick, guys.
we would like to promote one show on the network, and this we never want to, have a conflict of interest, So I'm not going to say who we're going to promote this week. Peter, I'd like you to promote.
Yes, please.
I'm going to recommend the Wild Die podcast.
Yes.
I didn't just whisper that to him.
No, he did not.
I've heard that's a great show.
I've heard it's a great show, handsome presenters.
I remember you have had questions from Eric Lamoureux.
Who is also on it. Yeah.
He runs things.
He runs
Anyway.
things.
Wild Die's a great show. It's got two lovable British chaps on it. Can we really do this?
A ball of jelly, like a cube jelly.
Does it sound like a chimp saying it?
What's wrong with us?
Even the computer turned itself on.
Baswell.
Baswell.
I thought
Baswell.
you were a 40 Towers fan, man.
No, it's Basil, isn't it? Not
No, but there's a
Baswell.
bit where Manuel says Baswell.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Baswell.
He put basil in the ratatouille, Mr. Martin. That's my tribute to Andrew Sachs there.
Great tribute.
Okay, so we're gonna say go and do the Gathering of Dorks, and what do I mean by do? What I mean is you better go and download them because Nick, they are doing the Tour of Darkness, and it is a tour of all
YouTube,
the
it's on
darkest
YouTube.
places known to man. Such as the inside of a cave, a closed bathroom with the light off.
My name's Adam Rickman.
No, it isn't.
Oh, what another! That was another episode.
Ah, yes.
That was another episode, wasn't it?
the
Another one in the
first new
No, we
episode.
don't put them in a bag. They go in a folder on my computer,
Oh,
which
right, cool.
again isn't a real folder. It's just a virtual folder.
Just inside the laptop. If you open that laptop up, there's a little bag inside.
No, there isn't.
It's
I don't know how intercomputers work, but they're really cool.
Yeah.
Would you say it's a virtual dice bag then?
No, it's a folder.
Virtual ball bag.
See, it's really good because on the computer, right, you can do sums. There are even games, video games.
Blimey.
I don't know.
What, in that box?
Computers are advanced
In
a
that box.
shitload since I grew up.
I know.
Jesus.
In that box there's games.
There's games in it somewhere. I don't know where they keep them.
I've been rattling it.
There's so much stuff. I've been chucking it at the wall trying to get the games
Nothing's coming out.
So,
No.
with all this crazy shit that goes on nowadays, how would I ever get back in contact with you guys?
If you want to get in contact with us, Peter, you would need to go onto Google Plus.
What is this Google Plus?
It is an amazing website where you can contact us, or you can get in touch via the email tabletoptwats@gmail.com. Send us your stories, or you can go onto the Twitter, which is
At TabletopTwats.
or the Facebook, which is
Facebook.com/TabletopT.
because we couldn't get twats on there.
No.
Or you can go to
Bloody
Tumblr.
Facebook.
We don't know how it works.
Don't
we
know
haven't
how Tumblr
updated
works.
it in about a year. We haven't even been
I'll
going
throw
yet.
something out there every now and again.
GIF.
Does
Like a
anyone
GIF
know
on
how
No,
Tumblr
we-
works?
I don't know.
We put a GIF on there once.
But anyway, get in
Cool,
contact with us on all of those things. So we usually like to leave you with a thought to ponder on until the next episode comes out.
Oh, yes.
And this week is going to be, is a dog chill or is it no chill? Okay.
Good question.
Answers
Alright.
on a postcard.
Fuck. Okay. But we want to thank our guest for coming on. His name is...
You know what? I can't even remember my own name.
Peter Beckett, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Pay
that's
back
it.
everybody.
What a guy.
Thank you so much, mate.
Thanks for coming
Obviously, been memorable guest, of course, then, because you can't even remember who I am.
on. Who said that?
Who's that? Who? What?
Bloody hell.
You still here?
Okay, so thanks for coming on, man. It's been
invisibility
shut up. It's been a pleasure having. Shut up. It's been a pleasure having you on here. I was trying to say, but it hasn't anymore.
I'm sorry.
We're in the moment.
I'm really sorry.
Okay.
I'll blend back into the corner.
Yeah.
So, there remains one thing to be said, ladies and gentlemen. One thing. A message given to us from the stars by great Cthulhu himself, from Relaya.
And now we pass this on to you, our gift.
And
our
these
parting
words
gift.
that are inscribed into our minds using the pen of the brain are...
Larks. Chicken McBoshley.
Okay, right. Now, what you need to do is angle your chair so you can fall over, and then you get your head near the entrance in question. That's it.
Oh, wow, really?
Yep, come on.
Okay.
That's it. Oh, nice one. Okay, now just wriggle over here. Right, I'll try and...
I'm coming over out.
Look, I don't like this any
Ow,
more
you're
than
going to
you
have to
do.
stop clenching, otherwise I'm not going to be able to see.
Look, okay, look. Oh god, this is awful.
This is terrible.
Okay, you can see it's sort of turtle heading at the moment.
Oh wow, I don't need a running commentary, mate.
I know, I'm just saying, you've got to get a good grip on that with your teeth. I know this is horrible.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Nick,
right.
this is for the galaxy.
I don't know who it's worse for, me or you. This stinks out.
Definitely me.
Right, here we go.
Oh, that's nasty. Oh god. Oh, sorry. Nick! Oh, God! Oh, that was awful. Well, it's out. Now all we have to do to activate it, just headbutt it.
Oh, I think that was a sweet call. Right, what? Headbutt it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, nice one. Quick! Into the portal. Actually, how are we going to do this? Shuffle your chair along.
I'm going as quick as I can. Oh, God.
Oh, this is really difficult.
Oh, God. I think there's still some on my nose.
Okay, now I'm going to tilt forward into the portal.
Zero 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 0